What's up, everybody? I'm Josh Meek, the Uber Geek. Welcome to Pretty Dece, your daily entertainment and pop culture show. Thanks very much for joining me. In the world of movies, you maybe have heard of the organization, the Razzies. But if you haven't, the Razzies are basically a reverse Oscars, where they give awards every year to the worst movie of the year, the worst director, the worst actress, the worst actor. And they're essentially celebrating / poking fun at some of the worst films that have come out every single year. And this year, the nominees for the Razzies have come out. So we don't have the actual voting for who wins each category. We have the categories themselves. And the nominees for Worst Picture of the Year are as follows: The Emoji Movie, Transformers: The Last Night, 50 Shades Darker, The Mummy, and Baywatch. Now, first of all, I loved Baywatch. Baywatch is a great movie. You have to know exactly what it is you're getting out of Baywatch. But if you're signing up for what is very clearly depicted that Baywatch is going to be when you go into it, Baywatch is super, super fun. It's not a great movie, and yes, it probably does categorize itself as a bad movie, but it still has some merit to itself. And really, when you read down this list, though, these are all, pretty terrible films. And it doesn't make you a brave person for saying that these movies are bad. Poking fun at the Emoji Movie is the easiest thing that you can do in 2018. The Emoji Movie knows how bad the Emoji Movie is. That's the whole point of the Emoji Movie. So the Razzies are really kind of dumb if you think about it. They're not really telling you anything that you don't know. They're not really doing anything interesting. They're just pointing out movies that were kind of intentionally bad or cash grabs or, all the movies that we all know. For example, they have a category that points out the worst sequel, rip-off, spin-off, or licensed movie, and one of the nominees in that category is Boo 2: A Madea Christmas. Again, it's not a shock to say that a Madea movie is maybe not the best movie in the world. Those movies have a very specific audience, and that audience probably doesn't know or care what a Razzie is. Interestingly, in researching, talking about this, I looked into a little bit about what the Razzies are, who votes on these things, and what, their entire kind of setup is like. Come to find out, you can become a member of the Razzies, the academy that votes on the Razzies, just by paying them $40. Yeah, that's all it takes. You become a member of the Razzies, you put $40 in, or $25 to renew your membership, and then you get voting rights in the Razzies. If that's not the dumbest thing I've ever heard, I don't know what is. If we're just going to democratize this voting of terrible, bad movies for anyone who wants to throw enough money in the ring to have a say, then why don't we just go to Metacritic and sort by reverse rating? Why don't we go to Rotten Tomatoes and see what the lowest rated movies is? Because that's exactly what you're getting out of these Razzies. Just the list of movies pair up extremely closely to what we would see on a Rotten Tomatoes or a Metacritic. It would certainly be much more interesting if the Razzies delved into, what is the best worst movie of the year? I'd love to see an award ceremony that looks at Rotten Tomatoes and filters out only the movies that got 35% or worse, and then tells you what's the best one. What are the gems here? What did people get wrong? That at least is an interesting take on this whole haha movies are bad concept. And while we're handing out awards for terrible things, I'd like to give the Razzies an award for the worst website. If you go there, there's no listing on the website, or no easy to find listing about their actual awards, their nominations, their past history of awards giving out are super hard to find. Their front page is this scrunched, horrible amalgamation of kind of ads and stories that is both sparse and really dense and hard to read at the same time somehow. Their banners are just these artifacted JPEGs that look terrible. Their URLs end in .html. What is this, 2009? I don't know what this website even is. I don't know why people care about the Razzies, and frankly, I'm upset that we've even talked about them. So that's going to do it for Pretty Dece for today. Thank you very much for hearing my rant about the Razzies. Make sure that you follow Pretty Dece on Facebook, facebook.com/PrettyDeceShow. Follow me on Twitter @PrettyDeceShow. And of course, visit PrettyDeceShow.com. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully not as upset about something. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, to the podcast, and on the Anchor app so you never miss any of the content.